ASGCT's Communications Committee, and you're listening to Soundbites of the annual meeting, recorded live here at ASGCT 2026 in Boston. Joining me now is Dr. Jon Whitton, Vice President and Global Head of Genetic Medicines at Regeneron. Regeneron recently received FDA approval for the first gene therapy for a rare genetic form of deafness, marking a major milestone for the hearing loss and genetic medicines fields more broadly. Welcome, Dr. Whitton.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
So, last year Regeneron shared data on this program, and just today there was an update. So, we're talking about an FDA approval. What has it been like to see that progression unfold from last year to this year's annual meeting?
Honestly, it's been quite remarkable. Really, this program really got started in the clinic only about 2.5 years ago. So the first patient was dosed, I think, less than 2.5 years ago, and now we're already at approval right now. So, that's mind-blowing, right, for something to move at that speed. And it's really been moving like that because of the data. So we shared some data, as you mentioned, last year. We shared an update this year, which included the data that were part of the submission package that we had for the FDA. And essentially what we saw there was, I would say, astounding for me as somebody who's been working in the field now for 20 years. And in the strength of those data, we really felt like we had to move as fast as we could. And obviously the FDA felt that way as well, and really prioritized the review of this particular application.
And what do you feel like are the implications for other programs in genetic medicine? Is there a read-through from the quick progression you've seen with this program to others?
Well, I think, one thing that we have heard is a lot of interest, and I heard it today at the meeting as well, a lot of interest in figuring out, the right regulatory pathway for rare disease so that you can actually catalyze, making medicines with these transformational technologies. And so I think you're seeing an example here where a health authority is saying, hey, we see the data, both from an efficacy perspective. Certainly, we had kids who profound deafness who went to normal hearing sensitivity, which is incredible. Yeah. But also from a safety perspective, we didn't have any drug-related adverse events in this trial, which is quite remarkable. And so you put those two together, and I think you see what makes a lot of sense to me from regulators, where you'd say, hey, we should really prioritize trying to move this through, give it a rigorous review, but go as fast as we can to get this to patients with this rare disease,
So as evidenced by Regeneron's presentations at this meeting, ASGCT continues to be a major gathering point and a platform in this broader cell and gene therapy ecosystem. Would love your perspective on the role that meetings like this play in advancing innovation and collaboration across the field, because we've heard similar really interesting concepts on moving the science to the bedside, so to speak, and in other sessions as well. It seems to be a theme of this meeting.
Yeah, well, I view this as the new era of medicine, essentially. Like, this is where medicine is going with these types of transformational therapies. We have a number of people here, obviously, at Regeneron. Regeneron's made a big investment in genetic medicines over the last 10 years, and this is our first gene therapy approval, actually. It's the first one, but there's a lot under the surface of that. And so we're here in a lot of ways. Like, on one hand, you want to be meeting with other scientists, potential collaborators, existing collaborators, learning from some of these companies who are doing remarkable things. We're also taking meetings here that are around business development. So you're looking for, hey, what are the newest modalities, the newest technologies that we're excited about? So a meeting like ASGCT is incredibly important for catalyzing this type of work, and I think this is critically important for the future of humanity, frankly, in terms of making the next generation of medicine. So,
love it. It's been really neat over the past few years to see that convergence of academia and industry really come together at the meeting.
That's what you hope for, right?
Yeah.
The science eventually becomes medicine.
Yes.
It takes a lot of people to make that happen and a lot of time. And I think we're in the middle of that now. I think it'll be even more and more as we go through the next few years. So
All right. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Whitton, for joining us today, and congratulations on the approval. I'm looking forward to seeing more from Regeneron, hopefully this time next year at the annual meeting.
Absolutely.
All right.
Take
Stay
care.
tuned for the next episode of Soundbites at the annual meeting.